Come and rest here. Come and lay your burdens down. Come and rest here. There is refuge for you now. You'll find His peace and know you're not alone anymore. He is near. You'll find His healing. Your heart isn't shattered anymore. He is here. Refuge for you now. You'll find His peace and know you're not alone anymore. He is near. You'll find His healing. Your heart isn't shattered.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, for our Sunday service. We're going to play a couple more songs, and then we'll have some sharing from two of our ministers, Linda here and Dineke, who's over on another chair right now. And we just look forward to resting in the presence of God with you. So hope you can sink in and enjoy these songs. This next one is called I Love Loving You. Loving you, I love loving you, I love loving you, I love loving you. You are the most exquisite beauty. You are the sweetest sound. I am falling deeper into you, so lost, finally found. I love loving you. I love loving you. I love loving you. I love loving you. You give all good things. You make everything so clear. You come and you never leave. You are always here. I love loving you. I love loving you. I love loving you. I love loving you. God is now, God is later. God is in, God is down. God is here, God is there. God's right where you're sitting now. I love loving you. 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 We are returning to the place we've always belonged. Right here and now.
Take me back to the garden. Lead me back to the moment I heard your voice. Take me back to communion. Lead me back to the moment I saw your face. When it was all so simple, it was easy to love. No space between us. You're so easy to trust. 'Cause you are closer, closer than my skin. You are in the air I'm breathing in.
And here's where the dead things come back to living. I feel my heart beating again. Feels so good to know you are my friend. This is the garden. Here in the place I find you close. This is communion. Here in the place I'm fully known. When it was all so simple, you're so easy to love. No space between us, it was easy to trust. You are closer, closer than my skin. thank you. I think Linda's going to step over now to the other chair and join Deanie, and yeah, we'll be back with some more music after they speak a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you. Um, yeah, feels so good, all these songs. And yeah, I'm so grateful to be here and to have this opportunity to share. And yeah, so grateful for our collaboration over the week because we started yeah, earlier in the week. I felt a yes, like, oh yeah, I would love to speak in the service. And we started joining, and you said like, oh, maybe there's a theme that comes to your mind. And there was nothing. But yes, to to share and to take any steps and just to stay very open. Um, but yeah, it just I think yeah, I just really valued the our joinings, and then yesterday morning something did actually settle in my mind after I watched some and listened to some videos from Francis Zhu, and then it dawned on me like, oh yeah, I'm actually given exactly, I'm exactly told what to do to be happy, because that was had been in my heart throughout the week of like, oh, I I want to be happy, and yeah, and then it just felt like, oh, I'm exactly told what to do, and it's just we even talked about it this morning, like before the service. Every morning I can wake up and put out this prayer of like, yeah, I want a happy day, and I want to put the purpose out front, and then just trust, yeah, that I'm gonna be shown, and I'm gonna be shown exactly what it is, and I don't know what's gonna make me happy. I don't know myself. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but yeah, what if I just trust that everything that happens is gonna make me happy and is for my happiness. And yeah, when that kind of landed last yesterday morning, and then it was actually like very quickly after that I got a call, and then I was like, I could see, oh, this is the first thing that is an answer to my prayer. And then joinings throughout the day was like, oh, it's true, it's really working, like everything is actually fulfilling my heart completely. And and then yeah, and then in the evening I think I messaged you and I was like, what if I just every day really really devote myself to that, like, no, actually every day, everything is given me, and I'm given exactly everything I need every day to completely fulfill my heart and all the relationships. And yeah, and I don't know, it brought such a motivation and such an excitement of like, yeah, what, yeah, oh, that's exciting, just, and then watching what happens, what comes to me. So yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really fun actually this week because I link with the ministers for the worship service every week. And then this week was with Dini, and we were just praying like, oh, maybe a collaborator, and oh, maybe this one. Oh no, not that one. And then I had a call with a friend, and she said, how about you? I keep thinking about you, Linda. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like the a light tower, like you were sharing us, like the light kind of swings around you, but I have to swing back to you. I'm like, oh, maybe it's me. So we started to join, and it felt really deep. I'm really grateful for this week. It felt really deep joining with you actually, and because I was kind of sharing with Dini that a theme that's really been in my mind was wait on the Lord. I kept feeling this feeling of wait on the Lord, because yeah, just really watching where I'm trying to make things happen or wanting a prompt to get activated, but actually feeling a little bit more quiet and not as active as seemingly, let's say, 6 months ago. And so I've been really watching my mind, whether it's just resistance or if it's just a phase of like, in this moment, I just need to wait until he is moving me and not try to move myself out of guilt, really. I could really see now that if it's not given by the Holy Spirit for me to do something and I'm trying, it's like just by waiting and just having a little bit of a pause there, I can see all the guilt in my mind that wants to move me. It's like, okay, I just got to really stop here and really trust that the Spirit will provide the prompts because it's been there all these years. He's not going to forsake me now, even though it might feel a little bit more quiet, at least with the body, not so active. And so then Dini and I started joining this week, and it was such a mind watcher for me because the doer totally wanted to come in, even in our joinings. It was like, okay, you have a theme, Dini? And Dini was like, blank. I'm like, oh my God. And, and so far, like most of the ones that I joined with had like a theme right from the beginning of the week. So it was really like a mind watcher for me to kind of put into practice what I was hearing and feeling already, like just wait. And then, so kind of around our joining, I felt like, oh, it felt like challenging actually for me to like really give you the space and to really trust that whatever was going to come through today was exactly what needed to come through. And I didn't need to know beforehand. There's like a sense of control that and I had to really choose, I felt in our joinings, because it felt like either I'm going to value, I want a future outcome and I want the theme for Sunday, or I'm going to sit here with you and just be with you and really connect with you. And we don't even have to talk about Sunday or so I don't know. It just was like this decision point in my mind. Like every time Dini and I were joining, that decision point was kind of right there. And it feels like the start of something, like in my mind, like this can just even expand more and more. And then a practical example, I don't know if you want to talk. I'm joining on Wednesday because we've been having seeming problems with our water here. It's a little saltier than usual. So we've been just praying about it with the house and joining and just following the steps that were given. And yeah, and then one morning I felt really kind of annoyed, or I felt impatient. Like I felt some kind of impatience, and I felt disconnected from Dini. So I thought, okay, I'm having thoughts in my mind, and I need to just really join with Dini now because I've the connection kind of got a little bit lost in my mind. So I called Dini to my room and we joined, and I said something like, I feel like you're pushing it away or you're not confronting this problem. And I just had to allow myself to share these totally egoic thoughts, but I just had to like share them because I didn't feel connected. And yeah, it was so beautiful what you shared. I don't know if you want to share a little bit what happened when I shared that with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really beautiful because actually before that I had a prayer of like that morning I just really want to do what inspires my heart, and actually I want to pray into the service and just see what comes to me. And then actually some uh yeah, a friend told me like, oh, about a movie clip, and I started watching these clips that it's so touched my heart. So I messaged you like, yeah, I know I said I would take a next step with this issue with the salty water, but I'm actually not feeling it right now. And then you said, can we join?
Totally triggers. Yeah.
And then yeah, when you shared like, oh no, um yeah, what you shared, then I don't know, such a certainty. And uh yeah, I was so convinced of like, oh, thank you for sharing, but I feel totally convinced that the only thing I'm supposed to do right now is like do what inspires me and what I feel in my heart. So it was such a gift because only by you sharing those thoughts I got in touch with that real certainty or something like, and I could share from that certainty. And um yeah, so yeah, I don't know, I think I was like, I'm not here to fix problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it felt really good. And just yeah, then we were on the same page again.
Yeah. See, Dini got really passionate. Like there was some emotion, and you really got passionate. No, I am meant to follow my heart. And when she said that, I was like, oh my God, yeah, me too. Like, yeah, thank you. There was something that we could really join in, and I don't know. It's just been really deep just to see that decision point in my mind of like, what do I value and what do I want to connect in right now, and how much like future plans or future outcomes kind of come into my mind through the day, and then that's something to join on. But I don't know, just when that's not given, actually the connection doesn't feel as vibrant. Like the vibrancy is in the moment. And yeah, when you shared that at the time, I was so grateful because actually the whole grievance just totally dissolved. And I was like, yeah, I want you to follow your heart. Like, okay, this is what we can join in. And then everything kind of softened in my mind from that moment on. And yeah. Yeah, and then even with our joinings the rest of the week, we sat outside the other day on a blanket, and we were just talking for 45 minutes, and I just felt like, I don't know, even just the surroundings looked different to me. I just felt so in the present moment with you. And I was just sharing, I feel like we're like the ancient Greeks. We were talking about such deep things, and we weren't even thinking about the service anymore. I felt it was just like this really deep joining and purpose, and like, oh, guidance, and just our own lessons. Like, oh, you were sharing something about stepping stones too, like everything that's given. Like, I just really want to say yes to what's given, and then seeing where the resistance comes up in the mind of like, no, I think I know what's better for me. And
Yeah, that came up because like throughout the week, certain thoughts came up like, oh, but like a certain project or collaboration or relationship of like, oh, I've already done that or something, or like, oh, is that really gonna expand me? But then, um, yeah, like I don't know, like especially those last days, I could feel like, oh no, no, it's a really humbling journey, and it's really for me to fully accept it, and then it is totally gonna fulfill my heart, and yeah, um, I can't judge it, and yeah, but I think this morning we were saying like, yeah, really bringing it back to our own mind, and that's, I don't know, been such a thing as well. Like, yeah, I am responsible for everything, for what I see, for the feelings I experience, and but yeah, that was also something that that so helped me from one of Frances's video that I watched, where she said like, yeah, the ego can so strongly come in with that, like, oh, then if something goes wrong, that means like yeah, like to beat yourself up of like, oh yeah, you are responsible for this, but rather like, why don't we look at it like, oh, I'm responsible for looking at this with the Holy Spirit, or that's my choice. And somehow that totally relaxed me as well. It's like, oh yeah, if I can just see everything, like whenever something seemingly goes wrong, I can ask the Holy Spirit, like, please help me to look at it with your eyes. And yeah. So,
she was sharing, Didi was sharing this morning or last night. She was watching a video of Francis. It's called I choose the feelings. Choose the feelings I experience, I think. And I told her it was like a month. But when I came back from Utah to Mexico, that was the video I started watching. And it was really inspiring to me because, yeah, Francis shares there about really taking the projections back. And then the other night, I was just really in prayer, and I could really hear in my mind the lesson, I do not know what anything is for. And that really sparked me. I was just sharing with Dina. I couldn't stop talking about it yesterday with her because I just really felt like it all is related, like following the steps that are given. Oh, this is the guidance that's given me. I do not know what anything is for. I want to say fully yes. It is for the present moment. I feel connected when I say yes. I just felt like because we were talking about so many things, but it felt like, wow, there's so much up in the air, but actually it's all connected. Saying yes to the guidance is feeling really present. And Yeah, and I just had a really deep experience yesterday evening after the movie with Pete. I think most of you were probably there yesterday, and I was just really in prayer afterward, and even the night before, and I just felt such a humbleness in my mind. You just said the word humble, and I felt that really in my heart, like, wow, I need to be really humble here because Jesus is telling me I do not know what anything is for. Who am I to say that I do know? Because as soon as I say I know, something gets blocked in my mind. It's like I know, and so I'm not going to listen anymore, or either like internal, or even with my brothers who were given for me to pray with, I won't listen if I think I know something. And it just felt like, I don't know, just inside, I just felt like going more down on my knees to say, I want to be like a little child, actually, and I want you to hold my hand, and I want to be guided, and I want to feel relaxed. And it just felt really humbling, but also softening. And when you were sharing yesterday how I think when you said, yeah, if I'm defenseless, I see, oh, I missed the communication, or I didn't share something, or I made seemingly a mistake, whatever it is that comes up in the day. For us, it's like, oh, but if when I'm defenseless, I see, okay, I may have just not communicated something, but if I'm defenseless and I go towards my brother, the reflection is so soft. And we were just kind of basking in it because the reflection is just when I'm defenseless, it's almost like the perception immediately is innocence, but divine innocence, not like, oh yeah, you did something wrong, but now you're innocent or whatever. Not that. It's something deeper, like a real, like what Kirsten was talking about last Sunday. It was so touching to me, like the divine innocence beyond the right and the wrong. There are like reflections that say, I love you. It's like the spirit, I love you. I love loving you. I love you beyond the right or wrong. And I don't know, I feel for me like it's been such a undoing the doer for me for still is, but for all these years. And I can just see like everybody's just wanting to say, I love you. Like you don't have to try so hard. And underneath all, and now I feel like I'm starting to see that, the reflections of, but I love you. I love you. Like, and yeah, it's just feeling really humbling, but in a really beautiful way, like a soft way, I feel. And now it's like taking it back, like you were saying, like taking the projections back. Like that feels like a real focus now in the mind, like really taking it back. And this has always been the focus, but yeah, it seems to take on a different quality now, I feel. Yeah, yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, and yeah, I just felt really grateful this week again, just for because I felt when Dini was kind of feeling blank when we were just having our, oh, let's talk about the service on Sundays. Like I actually have all of this in my mind, and maybe some other projects were coming in, and but I really felt like I needed to really give Dini seemingly the permission in my mind to just be blank. And I could really feel, oh my God, if I give her permission to not needing to know, I actually give myself permission to not needing to know. So it was again this feeling of, I don't know, like just take it back. Whatever I give to myself. And yeah, it's really a blessing actually for me just to embrace that. I do not know the Mr. Magoo state of mind. I like it when ISO is like Mr. Magoo, but it's like hard to like accept it for myself. Like it's okay to not know and just wait until you actually receive the prompt from me, and then the activation comes right away, I feel, and the joy. When it is the spirit, like it comes with the joy. The guidance is for joy. So I feel that right away. And yeah, yeah. Mm, mm, Thank you. We were just falling in the same. Yeah. Thank you, Dini.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Back to some music.
Father, I come home to you today in this sweet song. You have shown me the way, and I will follow, 'cause that is the only way to know you again. In simple faith, let me come home and be yours again. This faith is growing every day. I can trust that even though I lose my way, you are at every turn. You're my guide, the one that leads me on to the place where I belong. Father, I come home to you today in this sweet song. You have shown me the way, and I will follow, 'cause that is the only way to know you again. In simple faith, let me come home and be yours again. And now that you've touched the core of my heart, I'm forever changed. I will never be the same. And now that you've touched the core of my heart, I'm forever changed. I will never be the same again. Now that you've touched the core of my heart, I'm forever changed. I will never be the same again. Now that you've touched the core of my heart, I'm forever changed. I will never be the same again. Father, I come home to you today in this sweet song. You have shown me the way, and I will follow, 'cause that is the only way to know you again. In simple faith, let me come home and be yours again.
The world I see will be undone. It cannot hold up to your sun. Its weathered walls will all fall down till only truth is standing. See the wrecking ball in the air, and have a drink or two with anger and despair. But now my eyes can finally see that you've been freeing me. I heard you answer in my darkest night. I only have to give up being right, and for every seeming leap of faith I have to take, you leave me stepping stones, gentle stepping stones. Self that used to call the shots was only made of crazy thoughts, but now it's your silent stream that is moving me. When you reveal yourself to me in all the faces that I see, in the notes I hear you sing the song of I am. I know I never lost my way. I've been carried all the way, and for every seeming leap of faith I have to take, you leave me stepping stones, gentle stepping stones. You're leading me to a place that needs no center, that has no limits, and where need can't enter. And the eye that lingers for a while blows with your wind, lands in your time, watch you smiling as it all unwinds. Funny how my story's changed. All the facts are rearranged, and any pages are removed till only love remains. I step in your fire willingly. Your flame will burn away what isn't free, and for every seeming leap of faith I have to take, you leave me stepping stones, oh, stepping stones, stepping stones, gentle stepping stones. one more song.
I say yes. So very appropriate to end our service with. I say yes. Tear down these idols and every stronghold. Tear down all judgment and all of my pride. Tear down religion and all my self-righteousness. I want an encounter, a real encounter. I say yes, yes, yes to your love, yes to your freedom. I say yes, God, yes to your heart and all of your healing. Your ways are higher, Lord, I surrender. I come to you just as I am and say yes, yes to Jesus.
I come to you open. God, I am ready for all that you promised, for all that you are. So pour out your spirit, pour out your presence now. I want an encounter, a real encounter. Lord, I am desperate for a real encounter. I say yes, yes, yes to your love, yes to your freedom. I say yes, God, yes to your heart and all of your healing. Your ways are higher, Lord, I surrender. I come to you just as I am and say yes, yes to Jesus. You will rebuild, you will restore. God, I believe you are who you say you are. You will rebuild, you will restore. God, I believe you are who you say you are. I say yes, oh yes, yes to your love, yes to your freedom. I say yes, oh God, yes to your heart. I say yes, I say yes, yes to your love, yes to your freedom. I say yes, God, yes to your heart and all of your healing. Your ways are higher, Lord, I surrender. I come to you just as I am and say
Thank you, everyone, for joining today. Thank you.
Have a beautiful week. We'll see you next Sunday.